Good afternoon and welcome to Padre's Ponderings.
Good afternoon. Welcome. Beautiful day. Chilly Willy.
Not as bad as it was.
No. Now, I thought you had boots on. You don't have boots on.
I don't. I have.
And you don't have socks on either.
It's a quiet rebellion. I can't stand being cold, but I can't stand wearing socks.
Golly day.
I'm inside.
Do you remember the man that Ned Rowe that taught English, and he wore those
Birkenstocks
and socks before Birkenstocks were a thing. He wore those. That was a quiet rebellion too, I think. But yeah, it's chilly without the socks on now. I wrote my article for this week,
which is about socks.
It's about socks. Yes, sir. It's about socks. So you can tune into that. That's on
Thursday at 3 o'clock. The email, yes.
Camp Socks is the name of it. Yeah, I just set that, whipped it out after I got the little missive from you saying this was my week.
Tag, you're it.
My week comes up a lot, it seems.
It does.
Now, that'll go out next week on the regular time, even though it's Christmas Eve, right?
Well, this week it'll be regular time. Next week, Thursday is Christmas Day, right? I don't have my device with me. Bradley, is Christmas on Thursday?
Yes.
Wow. We're all geared for that day, but we're all unsure what day it is.
So then the E-News will go out.
The E-News will go out on 3 o'clock on Christmas Day.
On Christmas Day. Okay. Great. All right.
We'll just schedule it in advance.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Got it. And then now go over again when is the office closed?
The office is closed on Christmas Eve because we're going to be all over every campus preparing for the services that day. So the office will be closed because literally we're going to be all over town. Christmas Day we will be closed, and the 26th we will be closed to give everyone a good rest.
So that the office is closed Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Of next week.
The
following week will close at noon on New Year's Eve, and will be closed on January 1st. We will be back open on Friday, January 2nd.
Yep. Okay. Got it. I think I'll write it down.
Mm-hmm. And a lot of people like to bring in year-end giving the week after Christmas. So we will be open regular hours Monday and Tuesday, then half day Wednesday.
And then those of you who like to give stocks and things like that, realize you can't wait till midnight on the 31st to do that. You got to do it ahead of time. Mm-hmm. Look in the E-News last week and this week and next week, and there's directions in there for that. Mm-hmm. And we do appreciate it. Lots of folks are turning in time and talent. Praise the Lord for that. And some of you still waiting out there to do that. Come on, let's get there and get in here and pitch in and help in all kind of ways. Just like how many people do you think you're going to have helping with Christmas Eve services?
As you were just saying that, I was thinking, well, the high mass services have lots of extra parts that we don't typically do. They usually require more chalice bearers because you're doing communion in the front and the back because of the sheer volumes of people. Over 80 for high mass services. For just Crosspoint, because of the number of people, we need 8 communion stations, so that's chalice, paten, and chalice, 8 pairs, so that's 16, and 8 ushers. So just the communion piece of Crosspoint is 24. And then that doesn't count greeters and.
But we want people. A lot of folks volunteering to serve so that they're not serving every Sunday during the year. They're able to rotate around and all of that. So
so that's just Christmas Eve.
Yeah. Now we'll have the Christmas Eve services and run over those again.
On the Buckwalter campus or Cross Schools campus, we have 1 o'clock children's service that's really geared towards the little people and families. That'll be at 1 o'clock. It lasts 20, 30 minutes tops because we know the attention span is small. It's short. It's intentionally that time of day to then allow families the rest of the day to prepare and have family time and all that kind of stuff. 3 o'clock Cross Point service is our regular contemporary Christmas Eve service. We will have candles and we'll have communion that service, but it's our contemporary service. Then at 5 o'clock in this space, we'll have the high mass. That's incense, candles, brass.
I'll be here for that.
Choir. Then on the other campus, we have service, high mass service. So all three services are identical. The one here is identical as well, except different people. 5, 7, and 9.
Incense and brass and special music and
choirs.
Yeah, that'd be wonderful. And then Christmas Day.
10 a.m. and what we call a quiet service. And correct me if I'm wrong. Quiet because it's in contrast to the bells and smells.
That's right.
All the trimmings and everything with the music and the brass and everything of Christmas Eve is much quieter. There still will be music, but it's usually Jody on the piano.
That's right.
Up front, right?
And me.
And you.
I'll do
Not
a few
singing.
solos in there.
Not singing.
No, we will be singing, but we're
But you're
singing.
not
we're
doing
singing.
a solo.
But we're singing just carol, familiar things, and I'll preach the same sermon that I do over here at 5 on Christmas Eve. I'll do over there. All right, so that gets us through Wednesday and Thursday of next week.
And then Sunday's coming.
And then Sunday's coming, and on that weekend we have our regular services.
Yes,
We're
we
not,
do.
Just like this weekend we have regular services. And I say that because some churches knock off when Christmas is in the middle of the week. That is their service for the week, and they don't have it on the weekend. But we're moving ahead. Same regular worship schedule everywhere.
Now, it typically is called Lumber Sunday.
Typically.
And that's because you see, when you're in the pulpit preaching, the preacher sees more wood,
That's right.
lumber,
A lot of empty seats.
than previously because everybody came during the week.
But, our people are better than that.
You're better than that, that's right.
Yeah. And I'll be on the historic campus, about to finish that sermon now. And I'll be preaching 528, 8, and 10 over there the weekend after Christmas. The Man Who Missed Christmas.
I was going to say, Christmas
Matthew
1
8.
is what it is on the calendar, so what are you preaching?
Matthew 8, The Man Who Missed Christmas. I'm preaching about Herod.
He sure did.
That's the gospel reading for that day. The Man Who Missed Christmas. And Christmas too, the next week I'll be over here,
Same time?
Same thing. I think I'll be over here.
I'm not sure. It's hard to keep track
Anyway,
of all your
the point is, the weekend after Christmas, we're having regular services everywhere. Yep. Nurseries and all the rest of it.
There is one year where we didn't. And it was because Christmas
Fell on a Sunday,
fell
didn't
on a Saturday. No. Christmas Eve was on, it was really close. It was like Christmas Eve was on Friday, maybe.
it? Could be.
It was really close and tight.
Yeah. But that's very seldom. But it does happen. It does happen. And but golly day next week, the campus will be kind of empty. Won't all the children be gone?
This week they're wrapping up exams for the upper school students, and I think they get out Friday, probably early, but probably get out Friday.
It'll be a crazy day.
Yep.
Boy.
I don't know. They've been wearing spirit wear and stuff all week, so.
Well, it can't get much crazier than
Nope.
I think that's why the last day is a half day, I bet. Good Lord, deliver us.
Parties and go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what do you got on your mind today? What you got in your hand?
Well, we're
here?
working on prep and planning for Christmas Eve, and then also looking ahead to January. We're going to have some visitors here in January from Ireland.
Yep.
So it's starting to
How
kind
many,
of put
how many
some
is on that
thoughts
team
together.
coming with that, do you know?
I believe there's 9 or 10. So one of our friends, Bishop Ken Clark, will be coming over with a team. So kind of starting to
And his wife, Helen,
think
usually
about-
comes with him.
start
That's
to think
been a great
about that.
relationship for 15 or more years. And we've had teams go over there, and they've had teams come over here, and just a real encouragement for each other.
Delightful
They
group.
say they get a lot from us when we go over there, but I think we get more from them when we go over there than they get from us when they come over here. But it's just very different. So
Sure.
it's different both ways. So you're seeing the wider context of the church, and that's what's important, because we see the church through the lens of our local congregation, and if we're not careful, we think that's the way it is everywhere, and it's not. And we need to be made aware of that. And there are things we can learn from each other, even though it's different cultures and all the rest of that. Very, very special, that relationship we have with the folks in Ireland. A lot of good people there.
So starting to look ahead to next week and beyond.
We're going to have one of those magazines, like you had the fall magazine.
We
We're gonna
are.
do one
It'll
of
come
those.
out probably that first Thursday of January. I believe it's the 8th.
That was real good this year, Lisa. And the team do a great job in preparing that. A lot of information in there, too. A lot of information. We're blessed with a great group of people to work with. We really are. I rejoice about that. I look forward to the meetings that I have with the lead team on Thursday mornings, and that's real special. Real special. I always try to have a story for them.
You're already thinking about your story for this week.
There's a lot to that. Yeah. I was talking to a man today, and he was head of CBS in Chicago for a decade, and he's the one that started the Oprah Winfrey Show and
Oh, wow.
those other, what is it, Wheel or whatever it is, but Oprah was one. And Chicago was real big. That was Paul Harvey's town, and he had the radio and TV stuff, and so he knew Paul Harvey and all that. And he said, I reminded him of Paul Harvey, because Paul Harvey's program was called The Rest of the Story, and how that ministry through stories touched so many people for so long. Yeah.
It really is amazing who you meet in Bluffton. It's just, it never ceases to amaze me.
It really does.
Just how the collection of people that end up here, and it's always fascinating. How did you end up here? It's always a fascinating
So
story.
I always ask that question, and it is stunning, the backgrounds of the people that were here, that are here. That's just wonderful. But that's another story, too. So what should our people be looking forward to? We got
Oh my goodness.
two,
Definitely
2 weeks
Christmas
left,
Eve.
14. No, we got 2.5 weeks left, almost 3. What should the people in the congregation be looking forward to? Or should they be looking back?
Well, it's good to look back. But looking forward, there's a hope, and there's an excitement, and there's newness there. We'll be gearing up with small groups and so many different opportunities for people to gather together in 2026, which we've done in the past, but also welcoming new people into that.
I think that's one of the special things about it. We do repeat some of the things that we do, but they're different because they have fresh faces in them. And it's the people that make it. And no matter what it is, it's all about the people. I had, let me see when it was, last week, somebody asked me what I was getting for Christmas. And I said, I'm getting a reclining chair for Becky. No, what are you getting for Christmas? I said, I'm getting a reclining chair for Becky. And said, well, that isn't for you. And I said, well, it really is. You hit this place where it's not about what you get is the joy from giving and making other people smile. That's the thing. And so now Becky's got an advanced Christmas present last Friday, and she's got a recliner chair right over there, and getting it is that's the gift to me, is the smile on her face. When you're little, it's what are you getting for Christmas, and you just run through a litany of all this stuff that you want. See, and as adults, you live a long time, and you're still doing that very same thing, that immature approach to Christmas, and it's amazing. You walk through God's goods over there, and you see all these Christmas presents people had to have, and then they grow up, and it ends up in God's goods over there, and it didn't bring them any joy. The great joy is by giving and seeing other people smile, and of course Jesus says that. So yeah, that's what I'm doing there. And I told her this morning I'm get a little bit more joy in January. Her microwave is broken, so I'm going.
You're getting on the utilitarian things.
What?
I mean, what you get to a point where it's like, what do we need?
Yeah.
That is a useful everyday.
Yeah, she uses that a lot.
Everyday thing.
Her oven's working well, and that she uses that now. But microwave is important too, and the microwave has just gone out of warranty. It's like 5-year warranty or something like that. And the man came to repair it. Something's fiddled up in there, and he said, well, I can repair this. And he went through the list of here's what it's going to cost to repair. And he said, but no, you need to get another one. I don't know how they worked that out, where the warranty expires.
It's wild, isn't it?
And then something goes wrong. They have studied this. Uh-huh. It's just a science. These things are going to last this long. We'll keep the warranty in place, and then we'll end the warranty and stick it to them. So they got that worked out. They got it with cars, too.
And air conditioning and heating.
And they do. We had to replace
right.
We all had to replace our air conditioning this year, didn't we?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's a fun adventure, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But
after the warranty's gone, yeah. They don't go down when the warranty's in place. It's amazing. Yeah. But by God's grace, we were able to do that, and we'll get this microwave perking in.
And Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
That's right. So what I'm getting for Christmas is a chair for your mama. And that will bring me great joy.
And that's wonderful.
Yeah. And I was sitting there in the living room yesterday, and there's no packages under the tree. There used to be a bunch of packages under the tree. But all the grandchildren are up, and she got a text from Charlie yesterday, and he wanted to know, Nanny, is it too late for me to tell you what I want for Christmas? And he wants some kind of Green Bay Packer hood, some kind of piece of apparel or something like that. He said no. So what did he do? He sent the link. Let's just bypass the tree and the presents and the wrapping. Just shoot it to me.
Just ship it.
Ship it. Ship it. Ship it. And then but the grandchildren are all scattered all around.
Just different.
It's
not bad.
No.
Just different.
And that's the thing. It's not bad. It's just different. It's just different.
That's what,
You need to bless people the way that they want to be blessed. And somehow or another you try to arrange it where the way they want to be blessed coincides with the way they need to be blessed. But it's hard to figure out the needs and wants of a 20-year-old or 21-year-old or something like that. And yet that shooting down in Australia and your
very sad.
Grace was
My
at
daughter
that
is
place.
there, actually. She wasn't at the beach, but she goes there frequently. So that we've had lots of conversations about all of that.
Boy, you got to keep your eyes open, don't you?
You do? Mm-hmm.
And I think you just got to stay out of harm's way. But it's hard to figure harm or evil or whatever you want to call it wears all different masks this day and time. I was watching the news this morning, that thing about the Reiner, husband and wife, and it was one of their children, allegedly. And I thought, now, how sad is that? That right there, the child that they diapered and all the rest of that, just that wasn't their hope and dream for all that. Something along the line got all skewed up. So,
Which is why what we're focusing on next week is so important.
Yeah. And we're looking for a big group here at the chapel, aren't we?
But all of our service and all the bells and whistles and all of the candles and all of the things that take months for preparation is for the one person. Well, it's for everybody, but the hope that everybody comes in and hears the gospel, whether it's for the first time,
That's
the
right.
10,000th time.
And every sermon carries that.
Yeah, we'll refocus what's important.
Every
And it's our
sermon
relationship with God.
has that thread running through it. Because everybody that comes to service has got their stuff. And so many of the people, like the fellow today, his children are scattered around the world, and they're all coming home. And none of them go to church.
That's the beautiful thing about
And
Christmas
they're all
Eve.
going to be coming to church to honor him. See? Well, it doesn't make a difference why they're here, but if they're here, they have a chance to hear something. See? And so you want to give them something to hear. You want to have it packaged in a way that they have something to see. That creates a sense of wonderment and questioning and all that. You know what? Wow. Yeah. A Christmas service is like a for visitors and all that. It's like a package that gets unwrapped right before them. Very special, because it's presented in such a way they don't see it any other time during the year. Just don't. And you can't capture it well online. It'll be online. The Crosspoint service will be online.
We just don't have the smell feature.
Yeah.
Can't smell the incense.
No. But the Crosspoint service doesn't have incense.
Crosspoint service will be streamed, and the 5 o'clock chapel service will both be streamed.
Yeah. Be great.
And we'll probably link those up in the after the services, link them up on the email that goes out on Thursday so people can watch too.
But
So
very special.
probably next Tuesday we will not have Ponderings because we'll be switching out everything in here to red bows and all kinds of
White paramount.
red and white in here. So we probably will not have Ponderings.
And the
We'll be
historic campus goes the
getting ready.
same thing to red and white.
Lots of decorating to do. But this weekend at services, we have plenty of invite cards for Christmas Eve. Give those to your friends and neighbors. Invite them to come to service with you.
Sure.
It's the perfect opportunity to reach somebody.
Yep.
perfect
Not
opportunity.
everybody has Easter memories, but everybody's got Christmas memories. So it's tap into that nostalgia and bring them in, refresh the story in their minds.
Another big need is next week we'll be giving out Christmas boxes at the food bank that has been in the e-news the past couple of weeks, where we'll be giving out ham and different things. Our numbers were a little bit smaller yesterday, and we think it's probably because of the cold weather. But next week we anticipate a much bigger crowd. School is out. When school is out, food insecurity rises because the children are not getting 2 meals a day at school. So the needs will grow for next week. So if you have time, grab a couple of extra things and drop them off at services this weekend or at the Mission Mall on Saturday morning. And I know that's a very simple, easy way while we're already out and about to bless people in our community. So
Wonderful. So what's the other little thing you got in your hand there?
All right, real quick, you'll start to see this really great graphic of church history or the history of Christianity in January. There are 2 Wednesday nights that Lester Hardigree is going to be teaching 2 sessions on church history. There could be others coming up later on, but we're going to start with the 2. So you'll see information in the slide and in the e-news about that. So that's just another opportunity.
Where's that going to be?
That's going to be at the Parish Hall on January the 7th and 14th, which will be here pretty quick.
Very quick.
So look for information about that if church history is something that interests you, especially. So.
And Lester's a very, very bright person and knows a lot about it, does a lot of research and all that. So that'll be real interesting. What else you got?
We have something new.
Something
new members
new.
are going to be getting, and if you turned in your time and talent, you're going to be getting. We have stickers for your car or your computer or your mug, depending on where you want to put it, or right there. But they're really nice. So be looking for these too.
Great.
Yeah.
Let
All
people
right, we
know
got to
where you
wrap
go.
up.
Okay. I'm trying to be obedient here. Just, point me the way. Point me the way.
All right, go in peace to love and serve the Lord.
Thanks be to God. See you when I see you. Blessed to you. Remember, be faithful in worship. Be faithful in studying the Scriptures. Be faithful in serving other people. That's huge, huge, huge. And be faithful in your prayers. God loves you, so do I. Peace and blessings.